I think I said that wrong. Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian here, Brian's Law Maintenance. Trust you guys are doing well. Hey, we're down here in the beautiful Tampa, Florida, over here at the 2022 Green Industry Hype House, brought to you by LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy and the Hardscape Academy. We're actually here with Mr. Paul Jamison.
What's up, Brian?
It's good to see you again. How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. This is Paul Jamison. A lot of you guys know and love Paul. He's got the Green Industry Podcast. So on this video and on this playlist that we're doing here, we're trying to interview all the different folks that are here at the house. And Paul, I got a really quick question for you. Super simple. We're asking everybody, what is one thing that you did right out of the gate starting your business, and then what's one thing that you maybe didn't do the best that you wish you, if you could go back and do it all over again, you would have changed differently?
Yeah, so one thing that I did well, we'll start with that to get some momentum here.
Rock and roll.
Is I went where the money was. So they interviewed a bank robber once on Larry King Live. They said, well, this guy's very successful. He robbed, get the bank, be on to the next town, and eventually got caught, but he's a very notorious bank robber. So Larry King was interviewing him. He's like, why'd you rob the banks? And he didn't even stutter. He's like, well, that's where the money's at. So that's something I did really, really well, is I got into a very premier gated neighborhood and then took over with route density, and it turned into eventually doing the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, some really high business folks, a lot of NFL football players and things like that. Now, I didn't get them till like year 5 or 6, but I got in the neighborhood, started doing quality work, and it eventually got me, you know, through marketing, people started taking notice. So
okay,
in every neighborhood, you know, in every city, there's a high-end, you know, a nice part of town. Typically they spend more on their lawn and landscaping, which is a luxury service. So
sure,
I was kind of dumb luck. I just happened to be in that neighborhood and it took off. But that's one thing I did right, is I went where the money is in Atlanta.
All right. What's the one thing that if you have to look back, and do it all over again? A lot of folks just getting started in business, right? That's the idea of these videos here. What's something that you looking back on it at the beginning, you're like, you know, didn't really do that too well?
Yeah, it'd definitely be pricing. So I had an employee mindset, right? I was flipping burgers at Best Burger.
Yeah, and Carrabba's.
Carrabba's, I was a server there. Yeah. If you had a phenomenal night at Carrabba's, for a man, now girls make more if they're pretty and, you know.
All right.
Yeah. Your wife was a waitress, you know how
it's true. They would clean up.
If you don't tip 20%, boy, I want to hear at least give 20%. Okay?
Amen. They're hardworking people.
Minimal.
Yeah.
But I had that mentality, man, if I work so hard, I'll make, you know, 15, 20, 25 bucks an hour. Well, the reality is, if you want to make 25 bucks an hour, that you actually have to charge 55, 60, 65 bucks an hour, because you're going to have double or more in overhead. Well, I didn't understand that. And so my prices early on was way too low. Eventually I got a mentor who, and this was another good thing I did, Brian, is transparent. He actually looked at my checking account statements for the business. He looked at my profit and loss, because I was so scared to show someone that. But once that got out there, eventually I hired a bookkeeper, and more eyes who knew what they were looking at started looking at my numbers. Everyone said the same thing. You got to raise your prices. You got to raise your prices. So, cool. A common rookie mistake, but
absolutely. Well, I mean, one that probably almost all of us are notorious of making, right? I've made it. You've made it. It's raise your prices. And I love what you said there, because you came from the mindset of, I was working at Carrabba's. $25 an hour was good when you kind of like factor the hourly rate with your tips. Yeah. So you took that into lawn care, but then you also didn't really factor in, I got fuel, I got taxes, I got insurance.
Exactly. So I'm running my math thinking, oh man, I made good on that, and not having any idea that the weed eater payment, eventually when you buy a new piece of equipment, all that overhead's got to go into the price. So
absolutely. That's really good. So I love what you said there. Getting into the premier neighborhoods, the people with money, the people with disposable income, right? That's a great thing. And then, like you said earlier, making sure that you're charging appropriate rates. Don't be the lowball guy. Don't be the cheap guy, right? Two great lessons out of this video. Super appreciate you, Paul. Real quick, 20, 30 seconds. Where can they find you, and where can they keep up with you?
Absolutely. I have the Green Industry Podcast. It's a daily show, so you can smash that follow button, turn on the bell for notifications, and track with us daily on the Green Industry Podcast.
Yeah, one of my favorite podcasts to listen to when we're out there cutting that grass and making that cash.
Yes,
I think that's one of your books as well.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, you guys might be able to see the banner behind us. The Green Industry Hype House this year is sponsored by LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy and the Hardscape Academy. So if you guys need some great contracts, documents, resources at LAWNTREPRENEURacademy.com, we got them there for you. If you want to learn about hardscape construction and how to lay pavers and all that fun stuff, check out Caleb and Brittany Allman and the Hardscape Academy. We're both fronting this the bill for the house this year, which is really exciting, and we're super excited to have all these different guys here to pour into you guys to create all this content together. Guys, stay tuned in just a quick minute. We're going to do a little quick transition here. We're going to go to the next guest, and then also, if you guys are enjoying this playlist by the time it's done, make sure you check out the little card here for the playlist for all the different interviews we're doing down here with all the different guests. All right, hang tight. We'll catch up with the next guest. Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, part 2 of the video here. We're going to talk about some things that these guys did right out of the gate, and then also a couple of things that they wish they might have done differently. So really quick, shout out to the Hardscape Academy and LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy for sponsoring the 2022 Green Industry Hype House down here in Tampa, Florida. Really quick, we've got AJ and Alecia Brentzel. Their business is Brex Enterprises. They do a lot of actually big boy work. They do a lot with the pipelines, excavation work, digging. You guys have a large company and a lot of employees, all right? So if there's anybody who's got if there's anybody out there who's done a bunch of things right and then also maybe a couple things wrong out of the gate, I'm sure they've covered the gamut. So we're gonna kick it over to you guys. What's something you did right out of the gate, and then what's something you wish you would have done a little different out of the gate that maybe you didn't ace right off the bat?
Do you want us to do the right and the wrong?
Yeah, let's get 4, so 2 and 2, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
Marry me.
that was right out of the gate. Okay,
Right out of the gate, yep. No, right out of the gate, for sure we were diversified. So I always picked niches. I looked for services that were niches.
Okay.
And that was what we built our company around. We didn't have a whole lot of competition.
They say the riches are in the niches.
That's right, yeah, that's right. So
That was one thing you did right?
that was definitely one I did right. Another one I did right, at the beginning we were very conscious of, you know, the debt. We were saying, okay, we're going to rental purchase a lot of stuff. We were rental purchasing almost everything.
So you had a good grasp on your cash flow and your numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got the 2 rights. I think you took yours.
Okay.
So do you get to do 2 wrongs?
I'll do 2 wrongs. Okay. The first thing we did wrong, and definitely sometimes still do wrong, is to make assumptions that our employees are gonna make decisions in the same way that AJ and I would.
Oh, okay.
So
That's interesting.
you know, as
That's like a whole nother one we could unpackage.
Yes.
But,
Okay. So that's one.
yeah.
Do you want me to expand or no? Keep going.
If you want to span for maybe like your biggest example of that, or what you're thinking, good or bad.
Our
maybe.
biggest example is just as a business owner, you're going to make decisions for the business that look maybe more long term. You understand the goals. Maybe you're not communicating to your employees. They're going to make decisions based
on that job, or
maybe on that job, or what's best for them. And they could differ.
Yeah.
They could differ.
Because they don't always know the vision.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct.
Wow. That's good. That's really good.
The second thing would be is to make assumptions. So, you know, we sometimes bring in people that have been operators for 10, 15 years, or laborers, and we make assumptions that they're either comfortable in what they want to do, or that they want to go to leadership roles.
Okay.
So those are some of the mistakes we made, is trusting some employees that have been around and thinking, okay, they're ready for leadership roles, when they've never really had aspirations to go to leadership roles.
I like it.
Yeah, leadership isn't necessarily it's not you know, the background of what you've done.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a resume. A leadership is a different person.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so-
So I'd say those are the 2 wrongs, and you had the 2 rights. So
Those are really, really good. If you guys don't know AJ and Alecia, they have a Jammin business. Where can they find you guys and keep up with you if they want to go down the rabbit hole of social media and catch up with you guys?
I'd say Instagram, Brex Enterprises. Just send us a message.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, well, rock and roll, guys. Well, if you guys are not giving them a follow on social media, you guys really should. They have a gym and business. They're doing, I think, in a week what I do in a year, just having some fun, but seriously. they have a gym and business, but you know what? They're great quality people as well. Here's the deal. If you guys are enjoying this video playlist and this series, we have a little card, whatever it is, up here or over here. You can check out the other interviews that we're doing with all the guests here at the 2022 Green Industry Hype House, talking about all the things they did right out of the gate and all the things they wish they would have been, done different. That way they can help you guys grow and maybe learn from their mistakes, experiences, and even the things they did right. So if you guys are enjoying the video, big thumbs up. We appreciate you, and we look forward to catching up with you guys here on the next one.